everyone. Gosh, what a year this has been. So much change, so much loss, so much anxiety, so much difference, and so much difficulty and isolation for so many of us. So much has changed. We miss our friends, we miss church, we miss all of the things we used to do that connected us with each other. And we were born for relationship, we were born for connection, and there's been such a loss in not having the ability to do that. And it's just made me think of how, over a year ago now, a group of us in the church got together to talk about the possibility of forming a new group, a group specially for women that would encourage and support them, a group of women who were interested in developing their faith and growing with God, having fellowship together, and who wanted some me time, who wanted some encouragement and some support, and a time in the week that was just specially for them. And it was encouraging to discover that there were others who felt like us and were keen to explore the possibility of this. So the name that we came up with, and actually it was Heather Seeds, thank you Heather, who suggested that we called it J.O.Y. J.O.Y, which stands for Just Older Youth, which kind of sums us all up, I guess. Although having said that, our group is very much made up of a variety of women of different stages and ages of their lives. Some are single, some are married, some are widowed, some have children, some have not. Some are working, some are not. But we all have that one thing of common, that desire to connect with each other, to learn more about God and ourselves, perhaps. So we got started in a very enthusiastic fashion, and it was lovely to see the women come along, and we did a variety of things from, we always had an epilogue and maybe a little bit of discussion after that, and we had quizzes. We had a really successful pamper night where we had lots of treats and really indulged ourselves for that time that we had together. And sadly, over time, that had to stop, as did everything connected with the church, apart from the online stuff that we continue to do. And I don't know about you, but there's been a huge loss in that for me. The friendships that had begun, the friendships that were developing, the sense of at ease that we were having with one another. My hope is that whenever we are allowed to resume groups within our church halls again, my hope is that we can start again, that we can continue with what I feel was very God inspired at the time. I still believe it's right. I still believe it's something to explore and develop. I miss you all terribly. You know who you are. We've all been dealing with difficult things this last year, myself included. But I still have hope. I still have hope that despite when God feels silent at times and we wonder what he is doing, that I have hope and I have faith that he's never silent. He's very, very busy. Busy preparing a way forward for us. And often it's in his silence that we meet him. His silence often draws us closer to him, and certainly that has been my experience over this last 13, 14 months or so. So as we look forward, as we look ahead, I hope that you will be enthusiastic about joining us again, that you would be looking forward to having that time just for you, as we are, that you would come and bring your friends. And what would be really useful if you could maybe comment below about the sort of things that you would like to be able to do on these evenings. Maybe the sort of things you would like to know more about, or to study, and maybe just use this page to keep in touch generally. So I just want to encourage you today that we have a future. The church has a future. Church never stopped being church just because of lockdown. God never went anywhere. It was us who stayed at home. But just to encourage you that God is, if you're feeling in a place at the moment where God feels silent, I just want to also encourage you that that's exactly where he is with you. But he's not being silent, and he is working on your behalf. He knows what's going to happen today. He knows what's going to happen in 6 or 8 weeks' time, and I'm so glad that he does, because I haven't got a clue. So just to say I love you all very much, and I miss you all terribly, and I look forward to that time when we can be together, be together properly. So until the next time, bye, take care, God bless.